Okay, hi everybody, and welcome to our very first Live with Trio broadcast for September. We are really excited to try something new. You're going to hear from SSS staff members and Patsy Collins from the Money Management Center, and we're here to tell y'all about some cool things that are going on and answer any questions you might have. So to get started, I want to show you how you can ask questions. And I'm going to share my PowerPoint. Okay, so first of all, you can enter our drawing, and it's only for the people who are watching live, and you can enter at any point during our webcast. So if you're coming into this a little late, go ahead and just enter the drawing. But we want you to text your first name and your last name and your favorite class this fall semester to our phone number. It's 936-337-0559. And that enters you into the drawing. And we will pick some people at the end to win some cool prizes. And also, if you want to ask a question, you can, let me see if I can make this any bigger. All right, hopefully that's a little bit bigger. So if you're on Google+, you can ask us questions. If you're on YouTube, maybe the easiest option would be to text us questions. Again, that's to our 936-337-0559 phone number. But on Google+, when the broadcast opens up, you're going to see this icon that looks like 9 dots in a square. And you click on that, and it's going to bring up a box with the Q&A icon and the showcase icon. If you click on the Q&A icon, a screen will pop up on the right-hand side, and you can ask a question. And we're going to check it throughout the broadcast and answer any questions you guys have. So please feel free to use that. And like I said, please enter the drawing. We have some really, really cool prizes, and I'm going to show y'all some of them. Okay. So first of all, we have a tumbler from Educational Leadership, and we have a phone charger from them too. It's one of those things that you power through your USB, and you can take it with you and charge your phone whenever it goes dead. We have some t-shirts. And from the Money Management Center, we have a Padfolio, which is really useful, especially at the beginning of the semester. So please enter our drawing, and we will pick names at the end of the broadcast. So I'm going to start off by introducing myself, and then everyone else who's on our broadcast will introduce themselves too. My name is Katie Fletcher. I'm the coordinator of, I almost said Project Connect. It's Student Support Services TRIO, and Kelly's going to talk about the name change in just a second. But I've been working here for 10 years, so I might accidentally say Project Connect. I'm going to really try hard to be careful about that. But yes, I've been with TRIO for 10 years. I started as a math tutor and worked my way up to coordinator. So I'm the coordinator now. I love working with all sorts of different students on campus. Probably my favorite is non-traditional students. And to me, that means students who are either older, maybe married, have children, veterans, or students who are former foster youth, homeless youth, wards of the court. I'm on the Forward Committee on campus, which means that I work in collaboration with other colleagues here at SAM in order to help out our students who are former foster youth, homeless youth, orphans, wards of the court. So if you happen to fall into one of those categories and you need a little bit of help, maybe like with resources or just getting adjusted to campus, or if you just want a friendly face to talk to, come on in. My door is always open. In my free time, I'm a big reader. I'm also in graduate school for the Higher Education Administration program, so that means I don't have as much free time to read as I'd like to, but I love reading. I'm a big reader. And I'm also a big runner, and that was something I picked up kind of a little bit later in life, a couple years ago. I was never very athletic as a kid, but it's something I really enjoy doing. So if anybody wants to go running with me, I'm usually at the indoor track in the rec center. When it gets cool, I'll run outside, but I'm a big chicken about the hot weather. So I'm not going to be running outside until it gets a little bit cooler. But again, my name is Katie Fletcher. Please come and see me. I'm in the Teacher Education Center, room 316, or you can email me or you can call me, and I'm here to help you, and I'm excited to work with y'all. So I'm going to pass it along to Kelly, and she will introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited. We're at our first Live with Trio webcast, so welcome. And I'd like to introduce myself, like Katie said. I'm Kelly Stuckey, and I'm the director of the TRIO Student Support Services. Yes, that's a very long name, so sometimes you'll hear us say TRIO SSS, and that's what we mean, TRIO Student Support Services. And I have been working for the Sam Houston TRIO program since 2001, which is a very long time. That means I'm on my 15th year here at Sam Houston. The reason I've been here for 15 years is because I absolutely love TRIO. I love first generation students. If I had to pick a favorite, I guess it would be freshmen. They're just so excited and have so many good questions that I really enjoy working with freshmen. But in general, I like working with all students. I love college students. And so I guess if you had to pinpoint what really keeps me going as a person who works with students, it would have to be, I think when I'm doing that one-on-one work with them and I see them have that aha moment, when I've said something that I see in them or I've given them a direction that I think would be a really good fit for them, when I see that light bulb go off and for the first time they go, she really sees that in me, they kind of believe it a little bit because somebody else said it and somebody else believed in it. So when I have those moments with students, that's what keeps me going. That's why I'm still here 15 years later, and I love what I do. When I'm not here at SAM, I have 3 children, and I'm really busy with my family. My husband and I were married in 1997. We have a beautiful daughter who just now came to Sam Houston. She's a first-time freshman, so I've been really excited about that because, you know, I get to show her all the ropes. Lucky her, she's got mom here at college. Don't know if that's lucky or not. I have a wonderful son. He's a senior at Caney Creek High School, and he probably won't be coming to Sam. He wants to do something somewhere else, but that's good. No, but not all of them have to come here to where I go, so I'm proud of him. He'll be going to college soon. And then I have my baby. My baby went to first grade here in Huntsville this year, and so he's my little caboose. And so when I'm not busy with the older ones, I'm busy with the baby. And we like to go camping and traveling a lot. So that's what, you know, when I'm not here, I'm with them doing their stuff. We're off somewhere. So let's see. I know a lot of times I've heard this from students that I tend to intimidate people. I really don't know why. I'm kind of a little bit of a quirky, goofy person, so I shouldn't really be intimidating. So if you see my desk, sometimes I have the lights off because I'm concentrating and I can't see very well. Knock on the door and come on and talk to me. I love taking breaks. So if I look busy, that doesn't mean anything. Come knock on the door. Come see me. Let's chat, because I love finding and hearing the stories of my students, because that's a big thing with me. I believe every student has a story, and there's a purpose for that story. You're going to inspire someone. You're going to help someone. And also with stories, I believe I can help you discover what the next chapter is going to be. So I'm really big on hearing student stories. So again, come by my office. I'm in the Teachers Education Center, right by the elevators in room 309. And again, come see me, guys. I guess our next person to introduce, I forgot I was supposed to introduce the next person. That would be Rosalind Lambie. And let's give her a good welcome. Come on, Rosalind.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rosalind Lambie. I am the academic coach for TRIO SSS. I have worked for TRIO for 2 years now. I got the job as the graduate assistant when I first graduated from SAM. And then I was promoted to the full-time academic coach. However, I was in TRIO as an undergrad. I was also a McNair Scholar. So if you ever have questions, please feel free. Come and see me. I love both programs, so I can talk to you about McNair. I'm also currently pursuing a degree in clinical mental health counseling, again, here at SAM. I loved it so much, I decided to stay again and get another degree. I love working with adolescents, young adults, so the age group right now that I'm working with. I feel it's a time where students are going through a lot of change, a lot of new things, so I like to be a part of that process with them and see what's new, help them discover things about themselves, about this process, about becoming an adult. In my free time, I love to cook and I love to bake. Unfortunately, due to grad school, I do not have a lot of free time. So I'm a big pinner. I love Pinterest. Love, love Pinterest. So I'm always finding new recipes to cook, to try, to bake. I always try to change it up a little bit, add my own flair, but it still comes out pretty good. So if you ever see goodies in the lab, sometimes I do find a little time to bake. So if you ever have any questions about graduate school, you just want to come by, chat with me. I have an open door policy. I'm in the Teacher Education Center, room 307, so I'm right next to the computer lab. I'm surrounded all by glass. Feel free to come see me. I'm in the office with the Scantrons, and I also do have candy. I do try to keep a stock candy jar, so always come by if you have a sweet tooth. Next, I'm going to introduce our graduate assistant, Darian Walton.
Hello, everyone. My name is Darian Walton, as Rosalind stated. I'm an academic coach here at TRIO Student Support Services. I've been involved with TRIO since 2011. I began this journey as a participant in Navarro College in Corsicana, Texas, before transferring here to Sam Houston. So I am a fellow Bearcat. I earned my bachelor's degree in business here.
I think we might have lost Darian. He's having some trouble with his Wi-Fi today. Let's see if he can come back.
At a college in the Dallas area. Through my personal development, I've learned the value of being a lifelong learner and do so through reading, listening, sharing, experiencing, as well as doing. I feel most fulfilled when I can encourage and empower individuals, particularly students, in their own development and their performance to reach their goals. In my free time, I enjoy being active through sports, fitness, and pretty much any outdoor activity. I love community service, cooking, and I love spending quality time with my family. I'm located in the TEC, office number 315, so if you're nearby, feel free to stop by and chat with me. I'm looking forward to a successful semester, and I look forward to meeting you. I will now introduce Ms. Passy Collins from the Student Money Management Center.
Greetings. I'm glad to see everybody today. Katie, can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay. I'm glad to see everybody today that's here and visiting with us online. I've been with the Student Money Management Center now 2 years, and it's been my pleasure to serve the students, and the students are really loving the Student Money Management Center. They're coming in droves, so we've actually moved to a new building. We're over across from Lone Star Hall now, and we have had so many students in and out of this office. I was afraid that our friends would not find us, but they are coming, and we're so glad to have everybody back at school. My favorite thing about working at SAM is seeing our students grow up. They make that transition from freshman to sophomore to ultimately graduating from college, and some students stay. They go to grad school, and some we see come back as alumni and visit us from time to time. And that's just my favorite thing, to watch that story of their life unfold, because they're just at that precipice of life. They're just ready to soar off into the wild blue yonder, and I get to be a part of that. So I really love that. When I'm not at work, I have 3 grown children. So I'm OLD. I graduated from SAM the first time in 1981 with a Bachelor in Business Administration. I worked in the energy industry for 20 years as a risk manager, so that's where I get my financial background. I worked with derivatives and futures and options and swaps. And then I got my master's in higher education administration just a few years ago. I graduated in December 2013. So I really feel for Rosalind and Darian and Katie, because I know the struggles that they're going to and at the time they're giving up. And Katie, you're still reading. It's just different books. But anyway, I really want you to come by and visit our office and get to know the Student Money Management Center, because we really can help you learn to not live paycheck to paycheck. We want you to learn to intentionally and deliberately aggregate wealth. So back to you, Katie.
Thank you, Patsy. And again, if anybody wants to enter our drawing, you just text your name and your favorite class from this fall semester to 936-337-0559, and that'll enter you in our drawing to win some prizes. And then if you can also use the Q&A feature at any point during this chat if you're watching on Google+, or you can text us questions if you're watching on YouTube. So now Kelly's going to talk about a few of the changes with our program this year.
Hi, everybody. So for those of you that don't know, we are a federally funded program. And what that means is that the Department of Education basically pays grants to fund programs like TRIO, Student Support Services. And so we're funded in cycles of 5 years. And so 5 years were up last year. And so we had to recompete. We compete with all other universities and community colleges all over the country for these funds to continue these programs. And so we went through a big proposal right at the end of the year, and we found out this summer that we were awarded again. So, yay! TRIO Student Support Services will be here for another 5 years. And so we're really excited about that. And we're excited about all the changes that are happening this year. Yay, yes. One of the things that we're going to have come with that is a name change. And yes, this is going to be very hard because for 14 years, everyone has known us as Project Connect. And so we love it that everyone has finally realized that we're Project Connect. The only problem with that is we are a nationwide program. So other universities, when students come here, kind of struggle with finding us with the Project Connect name. And a lot of times when people who don't know about us think Project Connect is like a student organization. So sometimes I think our identity gets a little confusing and we get lost sometimes. So I'm really excited about changing our name to actually TRIO Student Support Services. So we will officially be the Sam Houston State TRIO SSS program. So when you see that, I need all of your help, because it took 14 years for everyone to know us as Project Connect, and it's probably going to take us all of the 5 years of this cycle to get everyone to see us as TRIO SSS again. So if you see your friends saying, Project Connect, kind of don't be ugly, but correct them and go, oh, you mean TRIO SSS. Remember, they changed their names. That will help out a lot because it is going to be different. But again, I'm excited about it, so you can come up and get some freebies. We're trying to get rid of all the Project Connect freebies, so if you've done your homework, get some goodies because they've all got to go and we have to get new stuff with new names. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know about that when you start seeing the changes. And again, we're excited to be here serving you for another 5 years.
All right, thanks, Kelly. So now I'm going to talk about some of the upcoming events we have at Student Support Services. And again, if y'all have any questions, feel free to text us or use the Q&A. Let me pull up my PowerPoint. Okay. So one of the things that we are most excited about that's brand new, in addition to the Live with TRIO broadcasts, we're really excited about those. But we're doing a brand new back-to-school event this year. We don't usually do back-to-school events. Usually our continuing students who've been in the program before just kind of show up to their advisor's office and see us, and we give you a calendar of events for the year, and that's kind of it. But you guys form such awesome connections with each other and with us, and so we wanted to really have just a fun opportunity for us all to all get together before the semester gets crazy and get a little competitive, but also have a lot of fun. So we're having a back-to-school event called the Color War, and this is modeled off of like an elementary school field day. So there's going to be 7 events. Some of those events include like a tug of war, softball home run derby, paper airplane contest, and then of course points for the teams that are the most spirited. So the idea is that you can come and be a part of these athletic events like softball home run derby, or you can do some of the more unique events like paper airplane contest, or you can just come and pick a team and cheer on your team, and your enthusiasm will hopefully help your team win points. So there's a role for everybody, so please don't feel like just because you don't want to play softball that there's nothing for you to do. We definitely have something for you to do. So it's a 3-day, our back-to-school event, the Color War, it's a 3-day long event on Wednesday, September 9th, that's next week, from 4 to 5 p.m. in the Teacher Education Center, room 341. It's our kickoff party. This is where you choose a team. We have 4 teams, the red, purple, green, and blue. And hopefully y'all saw our YouTube video with the trailer. Some of our student workers have already joined teams, and so they're trying to get you to join their team. Everybody seems to be pretty sure that their team is the best. But you can choose your team and help them make it to victory. So that's Wednesday. If you can't make it to the actual kickoff party, you're welcome to call me or email me, and we can put you on a team. Just let me know what you prefer. We're trying to keep all the teams about the same size. So if you're kind of late to sign up and the team you want already has a ton of people, I'm going to have to put you on a team with less people, because otherwise that tug of war contest is not going to be very fair if we have a team of like 15 versus a team of 3. Then Thursday, September 10th, all day long, you guys can come in our computer lab and make signs for your team. We have poster board and paint and markers. And so it's just a great drop-in event. You can come on your own, you can come with other people from your team and make signs together, whatever you want to do. Because again, the team that's the most spirited, and that includes sign making and cheers, wins points at the Color War. And then Friday, September 11th, this is the big event. This is the Color War. So from 1:30 to 5 o'clock, we are going to be on Intramural Field 2. And that's the intramural field that's directly across from the Teacher Education Center. And it's also the one closest to the football stadium. So come and join us. We're going to have those 7 events, and it's just going to be a great way to unwind before the semester really gets crazy. So we hope to see you guys there. It's going to be just a fantastic opportunity. And if you have any questions, give me a call, come by my office, or send me an email, and I'll be happy to tell you more about it. Other events that we have going on this month, September 15th, that's a Tuesday, that's when our SSS staff start advising freshmen and sophomores. So if you are a freshman or a sophomore in our program and you need help picking classes for next semester, you'll come in and see us. Or if you go to your department advisor and then you have questions after they've met with you, you can still come in and see us. Just because you've been advised once doesn't mean that we're going to cut you off. We're happy to answer any questions that you might have. Tuesday, September 15th, from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. in the LSC Theater. This is the information session for the Professional Styles on a Dime fashion show. This is something that the Money Management Center puts on, so Patsy's probably going to talk about it more in a little bit, so I don't want to go into too much detail. But they are looking for volunteers to either help out at the fashion show or be models in the fashion show. So if this sounds like something you want to do, please come to this information session, their icebreaker. It's going to be on the September 15th, 5:30 to 6:30, and actually from 5 to 5:30 they're going to have snacks. So you might want to come a little bit early. But it's a fantastic opportunity. We'll give you volunteer hours for it, and come and either work behind the scenes or show us how awesome you are as a model. Then Wednesday, September 16th, that's the deadline to request the Rocky Horror Show tickets. This is the first cultural event of the semester. For those of you who are new to our program or maybe have joined in the past but never used cultural events, what we do is we pick out 2 on-campus plays each semester, and students are able to choose one of those plays to go to if they want to. You don't have to use a cultural event. But it's a really fantastic opportunity because the cultural event tickets, the theater tickets, they're about $10 to $12, which can be a little bit pricey for some college students. And this way, if you come and you sign up through us, we'll buy your ticket, and so you're getting to see this awesome production. The theater department here is just fantastic. All of their plays are so great. Their plays and musicals. So it's a really wonderful way to get to be a part of the Sam Houston community, maybe in a manner that you couldn't otherwise afford. So Rocky Horror Show is our very first cultural event, and then the second one this semester is called the Caucasian Chalk Circle. So you're able to choose between those 2. You can only go to one. The sign-up sheets are in our computer lab, both of them. So if you are ready to pick a cultural event, just come on over and sign up. The Rocky Horror Show will be October 7th through 10th. And then the next set of services that we have coming up in September are on Monday, September 28th. They're both from 4:30 to 6 p.m. The first one is our Learning Skills Support series. This is our series that helps students prepare to be successful in college. It focuses a lot on study skills, and the first session is going over learning styles. And we're also going to go over the results of this learning styles inventory called the Lassie. And so our new students, the people who are joining Student Support Services in the fall, our new freshmen and sophomores are required to come to Learning Skills Support. But these sessions are open to everybody in the program. So if you feel like you want to learn more about learning styles, come on over. We're happy to have you. We have some goodies that we give away at each session, and it's just a great way to get to know people. So if you feel like if you think you're going to come, let me know ahead of time, and I can give you the Lassie inventory so that you can take it and you'll have your results. Otherwise, when we go over the results as a group, it'll that part will be a little bit boring. But the learning styles, you'll be able to come without having brought anything. And then the other thing on the 28th, that's our next step, session 1. So where learning skills support is for freshmen and sophomores, the next step is designed more for juniors and seniors. But again, anybody is welcome to come to it. And this prepares you for life after graduation. So we focus a lot on career. We focus a lot on money. In fact, Patsy and Lupita from Money Management are going to speak at one of the sessions. And then we also talk about graduate school. So the very first session is going to go over career exploration. And Rosalind Lambie, our academic coach, is going to be talking about ways that you can explore different majors and careers in order to make a decision that fits with your interests. So we invite you to join us there if you are interested. And then, of course, our next Live with Trio broadcast will be the first Wednesday in October, which is going to be October 7th, and that's from 4 to 5 p.m. We also have flyers for all of these events in our computer lab, so you're welcome to come on over and pick up a calendar for the fall semester if you can't remember everything that I talked about today. But real quick, I'm going to show you guys our Blackboard page because there's a few things that we changed to it. And let me share that screen with you guys. There we go. Okay, so when you log into Blackboard, you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom past your courses, and under organizations, you're going to see organizations where you're a participant, and there will be an organization called Project Connect. And so you just click on that, and it's going to bring you to our Blackboard page. And so the very first page that shows up are announcements. So a lot of times this is the most applicable information. So say you got an email from us and maybe you accidentally deleted it and you want more information, maybe check out the announcements on Blackboard. The other thing you can do is you can click on the Meet the Staff section, and you can see information about our full-time staff and our student assistants. So if you click on the full-time staff, and then I'll click on mine, you guys can read information about me, see some pictures that I've uploaded, and just kind of get to know me a little bit more. So I invite you to check out all of our profiles. The other thing you can do, well, the other thing you really need to do is under program documents. This is where you're going to electronically read and sign your student education plan, or the SEP. And then you're also going to take a participant assessment. This is something that we've moved to Blackboard. In the past, we used to do it with you guys face-to-face in our office, but it's a little time-consuming, whereas by moving it to the internet, we're able to spend more time seeing you in person and talking about your goals and your plans instead of having to go over all this paperwork with you. So make sure you log on and sign your SEP. It's signed up as a test, so I say sign, but really you're going to take the test and you're going to read through it and you're going to click that you acknowledge it, and then also take the participant assessment. And you guys have until Friday, September 11th to take those. And then finally, if you're planning on coming to Learning Skills Support or Next Step, there's some buttons on the left-hand side, and you can click on one of those. And this is just to give you some extra tools that go along with LSS, or Next Step. So on both of them, you'll see the schedule of what's to come, and you'll see what you need to do ahead of time. And so you'll be able to click on, like, week 1, for example, and you'll see the Tweety, which is our discussion board for LSS, and information about the group session. So if you're planning on coming to, say, LSS week 4 or Next Step week 2, please log on to our Blackboard and click on the documents for that week so that you can come prepared. This way, we're getting to interact with each other before the actual group session. And if you guys have any questions about that, let me know. If it doesn't work or it doesn't make any sense, just feel free to tell me, and I will help you out. Okay, so next I'm going to pass it along to Darian, and he'll tell you about some on-campus events. Darian, can you unmute yourself?
All right, starting September 3rd, which is actually tomorrow, it begins CJ Welcome Week. Well, CJ Welcome Week began on Monday. It will be continued throughout the entirety of this week. This gives criminal justice majors a chance to see and meet representatives of different programs offered in the College of Criminal Justice. This event will be held in the lobby of the CJ building. Tomorrow, September 3rd, is the Volunteer Opportunities Fair. A measure of life is its service. It's a motto that carries Bearcat tradition. And what's a better way to fulfill that life than by serving the community and helping others? This event will take place in the LSC Mall area from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. September 7th is Labor Day, so there will be no school on Monday, so have fun and be safe. September 9th is Student Services Day. This provides an opportunity for students to learn about the departments within student services, gives some opportunity to meet the staff, and enjoy fun games and giveaways. This will be held in the LSC atrium from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. September 11th is the 12th class day. This is the last day to drop a class without getting a Q drop. So students will still receive a full refund for dropping the class before that day for specific classes. September 14th is the application deadline for fall graduates. So seniors who plan on graduating in December must file their degree applications at the registrar's office by 5 p.m. Academic advising for spring 2016 also begins on September 14th for students at the Sound Center. If you want to join a club or an organization, the best way to find out about different organizations offered at Sound Houston is to attend the Org Fair on September 16th. The fair will be held in the LSC Mall area from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And to find sporting events happening around the school, be sure to visit www.gobearcats.com. And those are all the events I have for the month of September. Back to you, Katie.
Thanks, Darian. Now we have Roslyn, our academic coach, and she's going to share some tips for success with you guys.
All right. Hi, everyone. I am going to share some tips for success with you, as Katie said. So my tip for success for this month is planners. So right here, I have 3 planners for you guys. This one is a small one that's been given out around campus. So if you need a planner, stop by my office. I actually have these 2 available to give out. So we have the small one, the medium, and the big one. So the first step is to actually pick a planner that you like, that you feel comfortable with. Some people enjoy small planners because it's a little bit smaller. It fits almost everywhere. And you may write small. The medium one for people who write a little bit bigger. For myself, I do like a big planner. So mine is almost the size of regular paper. So this is my planner, and I got my planner from Target. And if I can give you a peek inside. And so, but the one key thing, couple key things, that you guys want to know about planners are, and I will share my screen with you. So, one, like I said, pick a type of planner. And then what you're going to want to do is get all your syllabi together. And you're going to write down all your tests, quizzes, projects, etc. But also make sure when you're writing these down that you are using a pencil to fill out your planner, because professors are notorious for changing dates. So you don't want to write something down in pen and they come back and they say, okay, well, hey, I pushed the test back a week, and you have to scribble it out. So make sure you guys are filling these things out in pencil. Also, this helps you plan ahead. So say, for instance, your mom calls and she says, hey, I want to know if you can come home this weekend. You're like, oh, well, I don't know what's going on. If you have your planner filled out, you can say, okay, well, great. I can leave Friday because I have nothing due this week. I'm all caught up. Everything is great. And then also, you want to make sure that you're setting your dates prior to the actual date. So, for example, say your professor has something due November 1st. You'd want to make a date for October 15th. So this gives you enough time, if it's a paper, to get it proofread, to take it to the writing center and get it checked out, or submit it to your professor to see if they can look over it to make sure you're actually doing it correctly. Also, another tip, since we do live in an age of technology, you can also use your phone as a planner to set dates and events in it. So if your phone is hooked up to your Sam Houston email account, you're able to put in dates for, of course, your tests, your quizzes, your projects, etc. But be careful when you're putting things into your phone. You can have it to set reminders, but your phone can get lost, it can get broken, or your phone can die. So if any of those things happen, you won't have access to the information. But with a paper planner, you can set it down, and 9 times out of 10, it's probably still going to be there because no one's really looking to take a planner. Next, so that's this month's tip for being organized. So next we have suicide prevention. National Suicide Prevention Week is November 7th through the 13th, and Worldwide Suicide Prevention Day is October 10th. So if you stop by our office or in our computer labs, we have no one else can play your part, which is true. You're a unique individual. No one else can play your part. There's no one else like you in this world. And right now you're writing a story. You've been writing a story ever since you were little. This is just a new chapter. It's an extended chapter, but a new chapter. And in your chapter, there are ups, there are downs, there are happy moments, there are sad moments. But to have comfort and to know that there are different characters in these chapters. There are characters that care about you, who are here for you. So if you ever know someone who may be contemplating suicide, has talked about suicide, or yourself that you've thought of suicide, please, I ask you to stop by our offices, pick up one of these cards. I also have some helpful tips for you. There is a National Suicide Prevention Hotline. I have that number listed, so that's 800-243-8255. You can also text a trained counselor, and you text 741-741. And also, we have an on-campus counseling center. I have their number there for you. And I know you can say, like, okay, there are a lot of us, I might not be able to get into the counseling center. But if you do come in with someone who is suicidal, yourself, somebody in crisis, you will be seen right away. They also have a crisis intervention person on call after hours. So again, if you yourself are suicidal or you know somebody who is suicidal, I ask you, to either call the campus hotline or call another one of these numbers that are listed. Because again, no one else can play your part. If you have any questions about any of the information I talked about, you can feel free to stop by my office, and I'd be happy to chat with you. And next, we have Patsy, and she's going to give you some money management tips.
Okay, thanks for that introduction, Rosalind. For everybody, can you see this calendar here? This is the student money management calendar of our fall workshops. We've already had the number one. It was the first class day, so I hope you attended so you could get your first stamp, because if you attend 3 events, then your name goes in for a drawing for a $400 scholarship at the end of the semester. And we draw 2 of them. Now, I don't usually tell everyone. I'm hoping a lot of people are watching this. Last year for our fall scholarships, we only had 7 names. So there was a 2 in 7 chance of winning a $400 scholarship. Okay, and we actually had one young lady that won a fall and a spring scholarship, so she got $700 for, she got $800 in scholarships for attending our workshops. We've got that professional styles on a dime like Katie was talking about. We've got an icebreaker. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have professional interview. We have professional business casual. And we have what not to wear categories for the fashion show. So I encourage you to show up and be a part of it. It's really neat. And if you participate in the fashion show, you also get a stamp for attending that session. Okay? Our next one that's coming up is going to be Car Insurance 101. It's on Wednesday, September 16th, so it's the day after the icebreaker. Okay? And it's in the Lehman Student Center Theater. And remember, we have pizza, free pizza, first come, first serve. So come, have dinner with us, get your money management information, become a knowledgeable Bearcat, because we don't want you living from paycheck to paycheck. We want you to intentionally and deliberately aggregate wealth. And I will say that 500 times while you're here at school, so just get used to it. I want you to be wealthy as a graduate from Sam Houston. So to that end, we have to figure out how we're going to pay for college. And for a lot of our students, financial aid is that way. And there's different types of financial aid, one of them being scholarships. We've talked about in the past, Scholar X was our former system. Well, we've got a new system for scholarships, and it's called Scholarships for Cats. Amy Wilson is still the director or the program coordinator over that function. She is going to collaborate with the Student Money Management Center to actually have a hands-on learning session about that. We're getting together to set the date. She says she wants to have it sometime before November. So just be looking for that on your calendars. You'll also get a stamp for our scholarships if you attend that. So you can see there's a lot of opportunities to win those scholarships. With that being said, though, in order to get those scholarships, and I'm speaking in particular to my freshmen, as aggressive as I want you to be with your money, I want you to be academically competitive. Compete for these scholarships. Get that money. You actually have to be academically competitive to a certain extent in order to continue to receive your financial aid, because you have to maintain satisfactory academic progress. You have to have a minimum 2.0 GPA, and your completion rate seems to be what's killing our students here at SAM. You have to have an overall 75% completion rate. So if you have attempted courses and not pass them or drop them, your completion rate goes down. If you have any questions about that, you can come see us at the Student Money Management Center, but the ultimate authority on that is going to be financial aid. So be sure that you go by financial aid before you drop in your classes, and see how that's going to affect your financial aid. Now, if you drop before that census date, the 12th class day like Darian was telling you about, that's not going to be a problem. It's when you drop after that that it becomes an issue. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about was work study. Right now, work study jobs are out there on the website. You can see them. But if you haven't been awarded work study and you want to get a job, again, go by financial aid, because a lot of students, especially first-gen students, are going to be eligible for work study. Even if you haven't been awarded, they'll work with you if you get a job to get you on work study, get you awarded for that. Okay? So I look forward to working with you this semester, and I think that's all I have, Katie, except, Katie, you have a lot of our paperwork in your office, don't you? Like our free food calendar. You've got the map to our new office, which is across from the health center, and our calendars, right? Don't you have those in your office?
Yes, they're all in our computer lab, so our students can come by and pick one up from our computer lab. Yay. Thanks, Patsy, and I really encourage you guys to go over to the Money Management Center. They're all so nice over there. They have wonderfully trained financial counselors who are able to help you guys make good financial decisions. And like I said, they're just so friendly, and they have a nice new office, so go by and see them. They're next to the health center. So I am going to, that brings us to the end of our broadcast, except we have drawings. So I'm going to put on my fancy hat. There we go. Put on my fancy hat, and we're going to draw for some. Yay! Okay. So the first winner, so we have 6 prizes, so I'm drawing 6 names. Oops, I dropped one. Okay. Oh, we got 2 drum rolls. Okay, the first one, Marcia, she won our first prize. Second winner. Oh. We're just really excited to do the drum roll. Tiara Talton. Congratulations, Tiara. The next winner, Destiny Caldwell. Thanks for watching, Destiny. All right, halfway there. Now we have Shavante Wallace. And Nancy Martinez. And I think today's Nancy's birthday too. So
It is. Happy birthday.
Yes, Nancy and Cornelia, happy birthday. And
I'll give you a birthday cake.
I know.
Here you guys. There you go. Birthday cake.
And the final winner, will bring the drum roll back. Veronica Rodriguez. Congratulations to all our winners, and thank all of you who watched and entered. If you were picked for the drawing, you can come by my office. I'm in the Teacher Education Center, room 316, and the prizes will be given out first come, first serve. And again, we hope to see you guys October 7th for our next Live with Trio broadcast. And if you have any questions about anything that we discussed, come and see all of the SSS staff members or see anybody at Money Management, and we're all here to help you guys make this a successful year. All right, so thank you, and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye.
Bye, Katie.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.